lovers of the Ahlul Bayt. He is the only one who at that time in his life was called, he is from the Ahlul Bayt. No one else has been given this title. So when we look at Hazrat Salman al-Farsi's life, we start to understand who is the ideal of all the Shias. Hazrat Salman al-Farsi's life is incredible. Some historians have said that he lived for 250 years. This is the minimum that books have written. Some have written 400, 600, some have even written up to 900 years. The story that we are taking, the one that Maulana Sahib recited yesterday, in this one we will see that Hazrat Salman al-Farsi, when he was a young man, he decided that he would read the Injil. His parents, they were worshippers of the fire god, so they did not believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Hazrat Salman al-Farsi knew in his heart there was definitely more to this than what his family is worshipping. And that is why at that time he started to read the Injil. The Injil had come at this time, and this was about 300 years after Hazrat Isa and 300 years before the coming of the holiest messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then what he did was he read Injil, and in that he found out about the holy prophet, the one that was to come, the last and greatest prophet. And that is why he decided that I will spend my life finding this man. I was not there and I did not see Isa, but I will find Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and I will find him. And therefore he hid it from his father. He did not tell his father that he had secretly believed in his heart in the holy messenger, but he kept it very quiet. Then one day his father found out. When his father found out, his father decided that I will kill my son because he has forsaken my religion. At that time, Hazrat Salman decided that perhaps I should leave. But his father didn't kill him right away. His father knew that Hazrat Salman's mother would be very sad because he was a very dutiful son. He was a very good son. So he knew that his mother in her heart would be broken. So he did not decide to kill him right away. Instead, he would torture him. He would make him do laborious tasks that Hazrat Salman would not be able to accomplish. And when this was happening, that is when he decided that now perhaps is a chance for me to kill him. But before he could do that, Hazrat Salman left the family. So when he left and he went away, he went and eventually he found Makkah and he found the Holy Messenger. And when he met the Holy Messenger, he loved him even more. And then the Holy Messenger introduced him to his brother. And he said, this young man that you see here, this 27-year-old man, this is my brother, this is my successor. At this time, Hazrat Salman had become a Muslim. He was not at that stage at Min Ahl Bayti. He was not at that stage at the 10th level of Iman. This is where Hazrat Salman's ascension has started. And that is why there is one day when I feel in my heart that Hazrat Ali looked at Salman that day and he said, you know, now it is time to raise the status of this man. And then we see that Hazrat Ali was standing there. It is said that Hazrat Ali was standing there with his arms folded, leaning against the wall. And Hazrat Salman was sitting on the ground. At this time, Hazrat Salman's hair is white, his beard is white. He has been on this earth for at least 300 years. And he is sitting there. And there is the 27-year-old Imam Ali, and he is eating dates. And as he eats dates, he looks at Hazrat Salman. He takes one seed out of his mouth and he throws it at Hazrat Salman. It comes and hits Hazrat Salman's cheek. Hazrat Salman now looks up at the young man and says, "Oh Ali, what are you doing? Do you not see your age? And do you not see my age? Look at my elderly age and look at your youth. Is this the time to do jokes? Should you be doing jokes with someone who is so much older than you?" And then Hazrat Ali looks at Salman and smiles and says, "Oh Salman, do you think that you are older than me?" And then Hazrat Salman says, "Well, you are 27. Do you not know that I am over 300 years old?" And then Hazrat Ali says to Salman, "Oh Salman, do you not remember that time when you fled your family and you reached a valley and you were in a desert, and at that time there was a lion that came and attacked you? And do you not remember that at that time there was a man who came and saved you? Do you not know who that man was?" Now Hazrat Salman is very startled. He cannot believe that this 27-year-old man is telling him about something that happened almost 300 years ago at the time when Hazrat Salman was a young man. And he's looking at him, he's perplexed. He's thinking that I have never told anybody this. How does this man know this? And so then he has not reached that stage yet. Right now Hazrat Salman is not saying, "Ke main Ali ko manta hu, janta nahi hu." Right now Now he is trying to understand who is Ali ibn Abi Talib. So Hazrat Salman doesn't say anything. Hazrat Salman stays quiet. And he looks at Imam Ali and says, "Oh Ali, okay, so you have said what you have said. But tell me, do you have any proof for this?" And that is when Imam Ali looks at him and says, "What more proof do you want, Salman? Do you not remember when you walked from the valley to the desert, and as you went to the desert, there was a pond, and you wanted to then bathe in that pond, and then you removed your clothes and you went into the pond?"
आप 10 मिनट और लिए मैं जरा फोन अटेंड कर 10 मिनट और लिए मेरी पूरी तकरीर कहती थी And as you were bathing in it, you saw a lion approach. And when you saw that lion approach, now you were worried, what should I do? For you were in the pond without your clothes, and you had no weapon with you, and the lion was slowly coming towards you. And then, as you tried to back away, you saw that the lion came. And when you tried to reach for your clothes, the lion came and leapt upon your clothes. And then the lion looked at you. And that is when you said, "Oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I have believed in you. I have believed in your last messenger. I ask you, oh Allah, for the sake of your last messenger, kindly save me from this lion. Send someone to save me." And then at that time, Salman, did you not see a horse appear? And that horse appeared. And when that horse came, you saw there was someone sitting upon that horse. And you saw that the man's face was covered. You did not see his face. And his armor was not being worn by him, but it was on his shoulder. And he had his armor on his shoulder. And his sword was in his hand. And he slowly came step by step on his horse. And then he looked at the lion. And when the lion tried to leap at you, that is when he struck the lion. And when he struck the lion, he cut the lion in half, as only Ali can do in equal half. Ali ibn Abi Talib. That is why is the adl of Allah. Such adl that even when his sword is swung, he cuts everything exactly in half. It is said that the people after battles with Mawla Ali would want to know how many people Ali had killed, and they would say, "Go and count the halves and see that if they are equal, this is the one whom Ali has killed." It is said that his sword would swing so fast. Ali was also the merciful. He would give chance after chance. He would give 3 chances. He was called the lion, and he was not just any lion. He was the lion that would give 3 chances to everybody. Did not Hazrat Abbas say that I will give you 3 chances as well? For my father used to give 3 chances. And when he swung his sword, sometimes he would want to avoid causing pain to the one whom he was about to send to hell. He would swing the sword so fast that the head would remain where it was. Everyone would think that no wound had been struck, and then seconds later we would start to see the head fall. This was the swing that he did upon the lion. And then Imam Ali said that, "Oh Salman, do you not remember what you did after that? After that, when I stepped back, you came and got your clothes. You put your clothes on. And then after that you came out. Salman, it was raining lightly. Salman, it was spring at that time. And in that spring there were flowers around the pond. And when you looked at me, you decided to collect flowers and you made a bouquet, and then you brought that, and then you kissed the saddle and bridle of my horse, and then you presented these flowers to me, and then now Salman is surprised. Now Salman is looking at Imam Ali and not understanding. This 27-year-old man is telling me exactly what happened to me, a story 300 years ago that I never told anybody. It has been in my heart all this time. Even if he was not there, how could he possibly know? And then Hazrat Salman looked at Imam Ali and still he was very questioning in his eyes. This was the time when Salman started to understand the ajaib, the mazhar al-ajaib. Ajaib is that which is astonishing. Ajaib is that which is bewilderment. Ajaib is that which is amazing. Something that the mind cannot comprehend. And this is Hazrat Salman's state now. And now he is not able to understand what is this ajaib. And then he hears, and then Hazrat Ali says to him, "Oh Salman," and he puts his hand in his sleeve. He pulls out a bouquet and he says, "Oh Salman, is this not the bouquet?" Salman sees the bouquet, and the bouquet is just as the day he had given it to the man. And then he says, "This was not the gift that you gave to me, O Salman." And now Salman is truly bewildered. And he says that what should I do now? And this is when Hazrat Salman decides that I must go and find someone who will help me. And at that time he hears a sound in his ear. And the sound is saying, "Oh Salman, when you were in the pond and you were drowning and you were scared of the lion." And that is... "Oh Salman, why do you not go and ask the Holy Messenger? Why do you not go and ask the one who knows Ali about Ali?" And that is when Hazrat Salman runs to the Prophet and says, "Oh Holy Messenger, I have just seen the most bewildering. I do not understand this. What is happening? Your brother, 27 years old, is the one who is telling me what happened 300 years ago." And that is when the Holy Messenger says, "What did you see?" And Hazrat Salman tells the Holy Messenger every single thing that was seen. And at that time the Holy Messenger says, "Oh Salman, do you think you have seen astonishment? Do you think you have seen Ali? You are right now at the first level. You still have 2, 3, 4 to get to 10. Ask me what I have seen about Ali. Oh Salman, I have seen Ali in the strangest of places. You saw Ali in the desert. I have seen Ali on the land. I have seen Ali in the sea. I have seen Ali in the heavens. Oh Salman, when I went on the Hawaij, Salman, when I went to the Miraj and I went to the first level of heaven, the second level of heaven, the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Oh Salman, when I went to the Arsh, the Kursi, the Sidratul Muntaha, when I left everything that was in existence and now no one was with me. All the prophets had been left behind, every angel left behind, only Jibreel now. And even Jibreel said, "Now I cannot go forward." Oh Salman, there was nothing there now. There was no time, there was no space, there was no particle in existence except for me and my Allah. And at that time, Allah was whispering in my ear, and I was whispering to Allah. And at that time, I saw something. It was a lion. Oh Salman, I saw a lion. You saw Ali kill a lion. I saw Ali be a lion. Closer, he became Ali ibn Abi Talib, and that is when I hugged him, he hugged me, the Noor met again, and oh Salman, this Noor when it met, then I went back to earth, and Salman, when I went to earth, you know what happened? Ali ibn Abi Talib came in my house and said salam, and then he whispered in my ear, in the same voice, the same words that were said to me on the earth and above. And oh Salman, seen Ali in many other places, Salman. Do you not know that when Hazrat Adam came to earth and he had fallen from grace and he was looking for Hazrat Hawa and Adam could not find Hawa? Do you not know? I saw Ali go to Adam and say, "Oh Adam, why do you cry? Do not worry. Say my name. Ask Allah and you will be united with him." Oh Salman, do you know how old he is? I have seen him when Jibreel was created at that time. Do you know that Hazrat Jibreel said one time that how old am I when he was asked? He said, "I do not know how old I am, but there was a star that comes and passes by the earth every 70,000 years, and I have seen it 70,000 times. This means 4,900,000,000 years old." And oh Salman, when Hazrat Jibreel was created, Allah looked at him and said, "Oh, who are you and who am I? Man anta wa man ana." And at that time Jibreel said, "You are you and I am I." He did not know what to say. And now Allah asked again, and now with a sterner voice, and he said, "Oh Jibreel, tell me who I am and who are you?" And again Hazrat Jibreel did not know how to answer. And now he is saying that I am I and you are you. And that is when, oh Salman, I saw Ali standing behind Jibreel. And he said, "Oh Jibreel, what are you doing? How are you talking to him? You should say, Anta Rabbul Jaleel, wa ana abduka al-da'il. Oh my Lord, you are the great mighty Lord, and I am your slave." Oh Salman, I have seen Ali teaching the Malaika. I have seen Ali teaching the prophets. I have seen Ali saving every single prophet. I ask you Shias, the last thing I would like to say, oh my young ones, remember the one you believe in, the one who is Ali ibn Abi Talib. He is not only the teacher of the prophets and the teacher of the Malaika, and he taught Tawheed to every single particle in existence. Oh my young ones, Ali ibn Abi Talib is also your teacher. Understand your status. Understand who you are.